everybody. We are here live with a few people that we talked about as far as Dome is concerned. We know that there's been a lot of people who have asked questions about Dome. So, with that being said, I'll introduce myself and then we'll work our way around. Everyone probably knows me. My name is April. My name is Paco from the Def Garcia family. My name is WAWA. I'm Yvans. I'm interpreting for today's live event from Dome. Wonderful to meet you all.
Go ahead, Rodney.
My name is Rodney. Rodney, nice to meet you.
Hello, everybody. My name is Tim.
Who he signing now?
Tim Wright from Dome. I want to thank everybody for coming on this evening. It's been an incredible evolution. And I would say that, so I'm going to have Yvans interpreting for me today. Yes, but thank you all for the opportunity again, joining this evolution. It's been an incredible journey once again, something that's truly been built from scratch with Dome Audio. And we wanted to come on today with this live with some friends, and everyone has seen this post from Texas School of Deaf homecoming literally last Saturday. And the Def Garcia family had came over to our booth. Myself and Yvans was standing there. And as we were putting the headphones on, dozens of heads throughout that day, they came over and they recorded the reaction. And just like April was saying, she literally just posted the reaction based on the response from her husband. And when that post went up, literally overnight, it started to blow up. And now it's over 600,000 unique views. And it's been an incredible import of people inquiring, asking questions, and really seeing something perhaps for the first time of this experience that we're bringing with Dome headphones. So it's an incredible opportunity. And if we can go back around the room, I would like to give everyone a chance to introduce themselves a little bit more, and then we can get started with talking about the story. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Tim. Paco and I have, the Def Garcia family page on social media, and we have a variety of hearing people, deaf people, codas who follow our page. We also known from, A&E Deaf Out Loud showcase, so that's something that we've been known for, and we really are, about adoption and deaf rights and supporting deaf children and foster care and providing them advocacy, as well as really providing that positive light throughout the world.
Nice. Beautiful.
My name is Wawa, and I'm a musician as well as an actor, and I basically run Wawa's World, and in doing so, it's basically hip hop embedded within deaf culture. And what we've termed that or coined that is dip hop or deaf hip hop. And it's basically hip hop through deaf culture. And we've been able to kind of spread that. And it's been a long time coming as far as other musicians, other talent between deaf and hard of hearing artists, coda artists, rappers, musicians. It's really just been a pleasure to uplift the deaf community and show people what deaf people are about, what deaf culture is about, because a lot of people who can hear don't know that people who are deaf have the talent to become musicians and enjoy music. So in addition to that, being a professional actor, I've traveled around the world, and I've been promoting One Sound and Dome Audio, and it's really just been incredible. And I'm ready for the evolution and to showcase what you guys have.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Rodney, you want to go? Or Yvans? Yes.
Yvans still teaching.
Hey, my name is Yvans. I've been really blessed to be a part of Dome as a coda interpreter and really facilitating communication, man. That's really been a special role that I've had up to this point, and I'm really just happy being able to communicate in English, American Sign Language, and I make sure that everyone who's watching has an opportunity to access the content and really enjoy the experience. So really, it's been a blessing to network and to meet, special people like the Def Garcia family, WAWA, Rodney, who's really just killing it. Gallaudet football. I mean, Tim Wright, Super Bowl champion. I can't. I think enough being said, and I'm just blessed to be here, and I appreciate the opportunity. Thank you.
Yes, yes. Thank
Yeah. This is why I like Yvans. This is why I like.
you.
Um, my name is Rodney. Rodney. I'm a football player. Now I'm an actor. It's really nothing special about me, really. It's just like I've just been blessed to be a part of Dome. I guess I don't, like. I really have nothing. Like I have nothing to say, but it's just like it's more of a blessing to be here than me talk about myself. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Understood. Understood.
Good and respect, brother. Now, thank you guys for all your introductions. You guys all watching, you can see how beautiful this crowd is and this community that's coming together that we're building literally right before our eyes. It's been amazing. And just to give a quick background about myself, so I played in the NFL for 6 years. I played for a few different teams: Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the New England Patriots, where I actually won a Super Bowl for all you there. So I brought the hardware home, and then I went on to Detroit, played with Kansas City Chiefs for a while, and now I'm here. And growing up, my two passions were football, sports as a total, and also entrepreneurship. And I knew that NFL also stood for not for long, and that I had to start planting seeds for the next chapter of my life. I'm a family man, married, I have beautiful children, and I'm a community man. I love to give back. That's what is really the fulfilling element for me. And growing up, I actually have a couple relatives who are also deaf and hard of hearing. And as I was young, just witnessing and observing my family communicate with my relatives, it was something that was very profound for me because that was another form of communication. And at the age of 13, I actually picked up a pair of clippers, hair clippers, because I loved drawing and I loved art. And I feel for me, when I used to cut hair for now the last 19 years, every individual that sits in my chair, I'm able to impact them. And they're also able to impact me. And I see that as also a form of communication. So whether that's English, whether that's a native language, whether that's ASL, whether that's sitting with individuals and really connecting, I feel ultimately we are here on earth as people to connect with each other. And so when I met my partner, his name is Ben White. He spent 25 years in the music industry as a songwriter, producer, and musician. And he always had this next chapter in his life that through those 25 years, that pretty much was paving the way for what he embarked on, what it is today. And that's Dome headphones. And essentially, he knew what bone conduction was, which is the technology that we use in our headphones. He knew and had a premise that bone conduction can also impact people who are deaf and hard of hearing. And when he got his hands on a pair of bone conduction headphones, he experienced it and he said, you know what? Let me turn these around and sit it on the mastoid bone here. And that's where the light bulb went off. The magic was in the mastoid bone. And essentially, we started to put this, he literally invested in his own in house prototyping lab with no engineering background, and he built this technology from scratch. So when he showed me the rendering of the headphones, as I was actually in the back end of my stint with the Kansas City Chiefs, and I saw it, and then I came to experience one prototype that he had set up. At that very moment, the rest was history. And we joined each other, and we then went on this mission. So essentially, what we have today is the world's first open and closed ear bone conduction headphone. So essentially, this design wraps around your ear, and there's a speaker on the front, which is the jawbone, as well as the mastoid bone, and it drives sound in the inner ear, which is where your cochlea is, and using vibration. Where most other conventional headphones that uses air conduction sends the sound through the outer ear, which then has to bypass the middle ear just to get into the inner ear. And so our technology essentially sends the sound, whether it's music, phone calls, connecting to your TV, your radio. I know these are some of the questions that's actually been floating on the post on Facebook, but we have a Bluetooth device that would also have a companion app that, because your cell phone is Wi-Fi and our app resides on the actual phone, you will be able to connect to certain devices that's truly never been done before in one complete package. So we also have this interchangeable element right here called the dome cover. And when you attach this to the frame of the headphone, it essentially blocks out the outside noise and amplifies whatever audio, music, or sound that you're listening to. And essentially, on the face of this dome cover is a blank canvas, which allows us to do licensing deals or collaborate with some of the biggest brands, or all of the One Sound merch that we're wearing right now can be on the face of this dome cover. So you'll be able to change your look on the fly. So to bring it full circle, as we were putting our prototypes on heads, probably I would say a couple thousand up to this point now, we started to get feedback from folks who were hearing, folks who were deaf and hard of hearing. And we said, this one headphone can literally bring both worlds together in a way that's never been done before. Now you have the hearing world that's having incredible response and an immersive experience from this technology, as well as the deaf and hard of hearing world that's having also the same response and incredible experiences from this technology. And that's where one headphone, one sound came into play. And from there, that's when we got the beautiful introduction and opportunity to be able to come on Gallaudet University's campus by President Cordano. And that's where I met with some administrative staff. I walked into the football room to give an incredible speech to the players and the staff that was there. And that's when I then looked to my right and saw Yvans and met him for the first time. And as I'm starting to talk right to the athletes, Yvans is just flowing seamlessly. And as I look up, once I was made aware of Deaf U, is where I then saw Rodney up top, and he was rooting me on. And as I finished the speech, he came down and he said, "Nah, I got to be the first person to put the headphones on." And I put the headphones on. I pressed play. He's from New York, so I had to put some drill music on, and the entire room went crazy. And from there, that's when we then carried on to the audiology class at Gallaudet University. And I met some incredible students there studying all the audiology, and they were blown away by the experience. And then we said, let's take dome headphones on a pop-up tour to different regions, Rochester University, RIT and NTID. Then we went down to Sarasota, Hearing Aids of Sarasota, where we connected with Dr. Kelly, who couldn't join us this evening. Then we went to Texas School for the Deaf last weekend. We had an event in DC where we came back, and that's where we met Aaron Loggins, who couldn't be on the call with us today either. But that's where I then met WAWA in person. And when we connected, WAWA, I remember this reaction. She said, "Whoa," and it was blown away, and it set the tone for the event. And so what our mission is today, bringing this thing full circle so we can get into the next phases of the live call, is this technology was invented from scratch, built by the hands of my partner. And through the grace of the evolution, we've been able to partner with some incredible engineers and incredible manufacturing firms that are in the process right now of pre-manufacturing. So this isn't a headphone that had a blueprint where we followed it and we created it in fast track. No, this was one that we, in a very genuine in a very meticulous way, knew that we wanted to focus on impact. And our mission is to impact the way the world experiences sound. And so we are on this journey in the final phases of completing the design and the engineering of our technology so that very soon we can get it in the hands and on the domes of people, millions of people worldwide. And so I thank you guys for, of course, all the inquiries, all the questions. At the very end, we're going to make some announcements to kind of answer some of the critical questions and common questions that most people are asking. But we're on this journey, and we're so grateful and thankful for everyone that has tapped in and saw Dome Audio and really want to experience the technology, support the technology. And we are here to get this mission done for you. So we thank you. And, it's just been an incredible impacting journey so far. Thank you very much. Yes.
Thank you so much. Paco, do you want to share what your experience was like being, Paco is profoundly deaf, doesn't hear anything. So Paco was saying, I'm completely deaf, and, I had hearing aids at one point, but decided not to use them. And I was just, deciding to being deaf without hearing aids, and seeing your new product, these headphones, it was really amazing. I really liked the headphones so much, between the vibration and, being able to hear. Yeah, I could actually hear the music, and that's what I really liked. I really liked that.
That's amazing. It's truly amazing.
Yeah, so being able to hear that music, it was just, a wonderful experience. I really like that. And I do like the option of, well, just for a backstory, when I was born, in Mexico, I was able to hear some music, but here in the United States, between rap music or Christian music, different kind of music I was listening to, it was different from Mexican music. So I really look forward to your new headphones, because I truly have a love for that kind of music, and I'm really excited to see what's to come.
Thank you. Thank you,
And
Paco.
April's saying, everyone in my family, as far as those, that are deaf or hard of hearing, who actually tried on the headphones, they absolutely loved it. They
Yes.
loved it. And I thought to myself, I should try it on. So eventually at some point I will.
Yes.
So we've got a lot of questions.
Yes.
Do you want to kind of have everyone go around, talk about what their experience has been using the headphones? Just kind of
Yes.
briefly share what their experience has been before we answer those questions.
I can say real short about based on my experience. I had a CI. Okay, so knowing myself, when you have a CI, the second you take it off, nothing. You hear absolutely nothing, because my cochlea, it's been cut. That's it, to have the CI. So when I learned about this Dome Sound One, Dome One Sound, I'm thinking, wait a minute, it's an odd shape, trying to figure out what is this, But I was curious because I was seeing the results from previous videos about it. So I remember I came to popped up to the event, and that's when I met Tim, met the other brother and sister side out there, Ron, and then I was like, okay. So when he put it on, I wasn't sure how it would work with a person who had the CI, because sometimes you have to adjust things to make sure it's right. So yeah, it's kind of scary a little bit.
Right.
It comes off, it's gone.
Right.
But Tim put it on, turned it on, and the next thing you know, I'm hearing the music, okay, and I'm like, what? And it was clear. It wasn't blurring out. It was clear. I'm like, what? I said, wait, hold on. He changed the music. I'm like, what? So I just moved my processor down to where it was off. I still felt it. Right on the rhythm. I was like, oh, snap. Then when you put the covers on, That's so. I mean, that was really mind blowing. That's hard. You don't see any other headphone does anything like that. And competitors are good in what they do. And I'm a musician, so I rap
Right.
often. So I use many different kinds of headphones, and sometimes I find myself frustrated adjusting things. So, but with the dome, just right there.
Mm.
Hello.
Yes.
It was this all along. So
Mhm.
I'm
Yes.
looking forward to see how it goes from there. I mean, it's great.
Nah, thank you. Thank you, Wawa. Appreciate it, man. Definitely.
Mhm.
Yeah, and that's a question that comes up pretty often as far as, individuals who have cochlear implants and wondering if this, device will, or the headphones are going to be compatible, or if they'll be able to listen to music if they're using cochlear implants.
Yes. So to Wawa's point, in terms of the form fit, all of the beta listeners that has experienced the headphones so far, whether they've been profoundly deaf, whether they had the CI, whether they had a hearing aid in one ear, hearing aid in both ears, or decided not to wear any hearing aids at all, it's been a wide spectrum of responses, but very positive. And with those responses is what we're taking back to the engineering team to continue to develop and evolve the technology to be as immersive of an experience as possible. And so the feedback has been, extremely useful and extremely valuable. And that's what we're basically creating this community for, to be able to just bring the best experience that we can.
Mhm.
So yes, it's been great. But like I said, from all spectrum of uses in terms of hearing aid CI, no CI, no hearing aid, it's been a great response. A great response. How about yourself, Rodney?
Wow.
I mean, my experiences with headphones have always been shaky. I'm not gonna lie. When I first heard about the bone headphones, I had no faith. I had no faith. Like I was like, it's another a pair of headphones that people want to make for deaf people. But then when I tried it, and of course, Tim's a great public presenter, so I was already convinced. I was like, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. When I tried it on, like I heard the music, but I also felt it. Like I felt like I was. It felt different. It felt a good different. Like okay, this is what music feels like. This is music, and it's just a prototype. Like it's just the beginning.
Mhm.
So like,
There you
imagine
go.
having that and it still be renovated. That's amazing. That's a great path to be on. That's my parents' phone dome.
If I
Thank you.
remember, that prototype was made by a 3D printer, correct?
3D
Right, right.
printer.
That's even more
Yes. Yeah.
amazing.
Yes.
From
Yes.
scratch? Hello.
From scratch. Every reaction ever posted and published is with the same prototype right here from scratch. My partner literally built it. This probably was in 40 pieces. And he literally took it, just to give you guys background and context. He took it from a CAD file, which is a digital file on the computer, sent it to the printer. The printer then went through a process of probably 12 to 24 hours of printing the materials in different parts. He then took it over to the sanding station to get it all smooth and get the ergonomics in the right position. He then took that to the airbrush station and then airbrushed it to the beautiful look at that it is right now, right, for a prototype. He then went over and took it to surgery. He took it to where the electronic station was all on a desk, and he put every piece together. And at the very end of that chain, literally, it's like snapping a finger, and now you have a live functioning headphone. And that's the story of Dome Audio. We
Yeah.
are grassroots. We really believe in what we're doing, and we want to bring an incredible impact into the world. And that's it. That's it. We want to bridge the world together with one sound. And so that's our mission. That's our mission. And through that, we've been able to bring on some of the most world-renowned engineers on the planet And we're very, very, very excited, like Rodney was saying, about that finished product. We can't wait for that thing to be finished because through our app, like I mentioned, there's going to be experiences that no other headphone has ever explored because everything else, you either have a closed ear experience where your dialogue, your situational awareness is completely taken away. It's the inherent nature of the technology. But or you have open ear headphones that are on the market, but they only have two speakers and the fidelity is kind of low. But with the introduction of four speakers, the creation of four speakers, and then the covers when you do want to have that option, amplifying the sound, blocking out the outside world, and within our app creating EQ settings. So when you first get your package, of course you're going to have the unboxing, right? And then you're going to get instructed to download the app. And when you open up the app and cut the headphones on for the first time, you're then going to go through this hearing test, almost like a equalizer that will then give you back some preferred settings for the frequency range and areas that you might naturally be deficient in. It's going to be able to amplify and pick those areas up so that you will have the most immersive experience possible. So we are truly going to revolutionize the headphone industry, and it's such an honor to be able to bring this to the world with one sound and bring it to the community of the deaf and hard of hearing. Yes.
Wow. So
Yes.
one question that I'm seeing come up, and this is actually a pretty frequently asked question. A lot of people are asking if the headphones are actually loud. Like, will they actually be able to provide loud music, and how do they affect those, with hearing loss? Um,
Yes.
and there was a statement you made as far as bypassing the eardrum. Does that mean that there's less risk to those who are able to hear?
Yes. No, those are great questions. So Dr. Kelly, who's on our team, she's a certified audiologist, and as well as some other partners and individuals through our engineering team that we have. We are looking at where our prototype is right now and what the output is for the entire spectrum of people, whether it's hearing all the way to profoundly deaf and everything in between. And essentially, we're at the point now where we can start to do the studies, the clinical studies, the research, the hearing tests, the standard metrics that an audiologist would use to basically diagnose or steer someone in the direction of what will be the right type of device or frequency range for them. And so we're taking all of that and compiling it into the engineering and production of our technology. So a lot of those very detailed questions we don't have the answers to yet, but we're in that phase of getting that research done now.
Thank you so much for all of that information, Tim.
Yes.
It looks like right now, as far as the individuals who are trying to find out more information, they're saying the website's not working. I think the Instagram page is probably the best bet right now since the website doesn't seem to
Yes.
be working.
Yes. Literally before hopping on this Facebook Live call, we experienced that the website is currently down. And I believe that is from the influx of all the demand that's driving to our domain right now. And so we're going to get that fixed back. But essentially, the best place to follow the evolution of Dome headphones and One Sound and the engagement, the reactions, people's feedback is to follow our Instagram page, Dome X One Sound. And literally, that's where all of our announcements will mainly be distributed and keeping in touch with all the drops in the future, the pop-ups, where we're going next. That's where to get a lot of information. But on our website, we actually had something that we just announced in gratitude of all the overwhelming response that we had. And what we're doing is we are gifting 3 lucky members in a lottery, in a drawing, and it's going to run from now all the way up to Thanksgiving Day. And then the 3 winners of the D4 Dome headphones will be announced on Black Friday. And so we may have so many people diving in to try to get their information in right now that it did cause some technical glitch, but we're going to get that fixed and we'll be right back at it for sure.
Okay, so we have your Instagram, Dome X1 Sound, on the
Yes.
bottom right here in the comments. So make sure for anyone else who wants to follow, check out the Dome Audio Instagram page.
Thank you so much. And also, so domeaudioinc.com is our website specifically. And another announcement that I want to make, and I'm inviting all the listeners that's on here live right now, as well as anyone that's going to see this live video in the future. We are starting a Facebook group called One Sound Community. And essentially, we would love everyone to join it and pour in. We're going to have topics where you can provide your experience with headphones. Where you are in terms of, are you profoundly deaf? Are you hard of hearing? Or, do you wear a cochlear implant? Do you have hearing aids? Are you profoundly deaf and don't wear anything? We want to get that feedback, and we want to get all that valuable information so that, again, we can create the best product possible. So I encourage you all again to go to Facebook and click on One Sound Community and join that, because we want to bring this around the world, and we would love everyone's feedback and just staying abreast on the information that we have. So that's another announcement we want to have as well.
All right, we're excited to know that you're going to do that giveaway. I'm sure that there's a lot of people who are probably excited about that. WAWA, perhaps you might win something. We'll see.
Yes.
Be recording with it too.
Yes. No, absolutely, WAWA. Absolutely. Yes.
Well, thank you so much for everyone that's been able to join us for today's live event. It's really just been a pleasure to answer a lot of the questions that have come up from members within the community. It really seems like everyone's super excited and curious to know details about the product, how much it costs, when they can order it, when the product will be ready. I think a lot of people are asking for it. So,
Yeah. And
and Paco's saying a lot of people have also reached out to me as well. So there's that.
And I think April, we should end on those 2 main questions right there. How much are they, and when would they be ready for a drop? So let's answer those 2 questions. And it's kind of like 3 questions, but here we go. So the headphone is retailing as a complete package for $499 US. We've seen some incredible response globally from people all corners of the world. So I want to make that very clear that it's $499 US. That package will come with the Dome headphone, the D4 headphone. The Dome covers that is the matching color, whether it's white or black, whatever color you choose for the D4 headphone. We also have a revolutionary portable charging case for the headphone. So the concept is you will plug in the charging case and charge it for a certain amount of time. The exact time of how much the charging case will hold isn't defined yet, but we're going to be getting, as we approach that and getting into that, we'll provide you guys with the specs. But essentially, it will come with the portable charging case and a bonus pair of One Sound Dome covers. So if you can imagine, this print will be wrapped in the dome cover, just like this. It will be wrapped on the dome cover, and that will come as a pair in itself as well. That will be the full package for $499 US. The next question to answer is, when is this going to be available? So we are going to do a holiday drop in mid-December. We will roll out announcements as we get closer, but mid-December, between the 2nd and 3rd week, is going to be the drop. Now, we are a direct-to-consumer, very exclusive, scarcity business model. And so what that said is we are producing, and this has an impact on the longevity of Dome Audio. We are producing a limited quantity of headphones. And we're going to do that as we roll out in our series of drops over time. But what that does is it allows us to make sure that we have control over the engineering and manufacturing to give you one of our and of course as an entirety the people that we love and support, and we want to give that back and reciprocate that with the most premium product that we can offer. And every headphone is one of one. It will have a serial number on the headphone. And once you get your app, you will then put the serial number from the headphone into the app, which then authenticates that headphone to you. You will be an owner, literally, of your headphone. And so by doing that in a very controlled, limited quantity way, of course, as we roll out, the quantities will get bigger and bigger. But in the very beginning, when these headphones goes out into the world, you will be the first owners of Dome headphones in the entire world. And so that's by design and how we approach it. And I just wanted to make that clear so it can manage people's expectations as well. But essentially, $4.99 mid-March. And where would you buy it? Directly on Dome's website at domeaudioinc.com. So again, don't worry. We're going to be making these announcements over time, and we're going to be flowing everybody through the purchasing experience. But I just, again, want to thank you, April, the Garcia family. I want to thank you guys for this amazing platform. WAWA, my brother, keep pushing on with the incredible Super Bowl performances that you had and showing your acting skills in the movies, man. Keep doing your thing. Rodney, you're starting to explode, bro, and it's to the stars, bro. Keep it going with the Deaf Youth series, with Dahmer, the whole thing. Check out episode 6, incredible, and he got some incredible things in the pipeline. And Yvans, this is probably our 12th engagement together. You're an incredible interpreter. Everybody speaks on how awesome you are. I don't even know if you truly define where you interpret, but you interpret for Gallaudet University, right next to the administration, Capitol Hill, and you're amazing at what you do. So we want to thank you as well. Aaron, it's a whole bunch of names out there. Gallaudet family, Rochester NTID family, the Texas School of Deaf. We're going out to the California School of Deaf for the Deaf very soon. So the entire community, one sound. I want to thank everyone for joining us on this live tonight, and just continue to tap in, give us feedback so we can make the best product possible for you. Thank you so much, and everybody have a great evening. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a blessed night.